These football boots belong to the greatest footballer of all time. Cue all the angry Ronaldo fanboys in the comment section. Hello and welcome to SubStanceFtbl. In this video, I'll be giving you a quick overview of the adidas X Speedflow .1s. Now, this particular colorway belongs to Messi, so it's a signature colorway. This is actually titled Messi Unparalled for a record that he broke. I really don't know what the record is, but it's Messi. He's a walking Guinness Book of Records himself, so, you know, take your pick, and yeah, you can pretty much justify him getting a boot for just breaking that record. So starting off with the probably most unglamorous part of the boot of any boot really, and that is the insole. It's just like your common insole that you find in any boot. It's lightweight, it's made from, it's like a foamy kind of material, and it's just got the Messi 100 graphic that's plastered over the boot on it, as well as Messi's signature logo on it. So nothing too glamorous, just your usual kind of insole that you find with any kind of football boot. Now, starting with the changes that they made from the previous generation, these boot pretty much got a complete makeover apart from the Soleplate of the boot. So let's start with the changes. So well, there is one other thing, so which I'll probably just touch up on that as well. So first of all, they've not used the fluoroskin upper anymore. They've changed to what they've just called the textile upper. So Adidas have not given it a fancy name like they usually do. It's just called the textile upper, so take that what you will. So yeah, apart from that, what else they've got? They've got a lace closure. Not that kind of lace closure, but yeah, it just means that the boot is laced through eyelets, which is just the hole for the laces, by the way. And then they've used prime knit for the collar, and it's a low collar, by the way, as well. In my opinion, like I've always say, using like kind of knitted materials for the kind of tongue area of football is the way forward. It's just much more comfortable. You know, there's less hassle getting the boots in a lot of the time as well, especially with lace boot rather than laceless boots. What they've kept the same is like this kind of two-piece kind of area in the ankle. So what that is supposed to apparently do is supposed to like make movement in like the ankle area a bit still easier. So I don't know, when you're changing directions, it's a bit easier. There's less tension in your ankle, I guess less injury. I really don't know if that actually is a thing, but that's what I guess the design is for. And then just looking at the overall graphics of the boot is quite, I'd say, you know, it kind of splits. It'll probably split opinion. I quite like the boot. We've got the Messi 100, as if, you know, just to push the point home that I don't know who these boots belong to. No points for guessing. And then on the insole of the boot, you can see, if you don't know what that is a very high number. And that's also known as the speed of light, which is also a bit slower than myself.
Stop the cap! Stop the cap right now!
Now, if you take a look at the inside of the boot, you've kind of got these kind of like two, what do I want to call bulges, I don't know, that kind of help keep your heel locked in. They do an alright job, but you know, it's not the greatest. And then I guess they might actually give people blisters with some, well, not me so far, but you know, it's still quite a comfortable boot, even though that's still there. It takes some getting used to, but still a very comfortable boot all the same. Now, looking underneath the boot at the Soleplate, which is what is still identical from the previous model, the X Ghosted Plus, or the X Ghosted .1s, and that is the speed frame Soleplate with the Carbitex, so which is just a carbon fiber insole. Usually I'm not a fan of carbon fiber in insoles. It usually kind of compromises the comfort, but this is a bit of an exception. This actually is a good compromise between comfort and responsiveness with this boot. You can see chevron shaped studs. I don't know, they're kind of like steps chevron. I don't know. I guess it's kind of inspired by sprinter shoes. That's what they usually say Adidas. And yeah, it's still an aggressive Soleplate with the chevron studs. And then if you've got this like little cute detail here with one of the central studs in the shape of an arrow, as if you're going forward in direction, you know, kind of force the point home that it is a speed boot. So this is what the Adidas Speedflow X looks like on feet. In terms of sizing, I'm wearing a Adidas UK 9.5, and the fit is pretty much perfect, I would say. Yeah, very responsive, tight fit. In terms of if they fit narrow or wide feet, I'd say I heard like they fit a bit more wider fitting people, but in my opinion, I think if you have narrow feet, these are the boots for you. If you have wide feet, I'd still recommend you get something else, in my opinion. But you know, each to their own. In terms of overall comfort, these are a very, very comfortable boot. You don't tend to get comfortable boots like this for, well, quote unquote speed boots, but yeah, these do the job. I had a pair of the 19 pluses, and they were pretty much, these are pretty much like a less padded version of these, but these still have like that kind of comfort and padding on the inside. In terms of the upper is very, very soft. You could probably, like, I'd be confident enough just to play a game straight out of the box in these. It's soft, it's flexible, and yeah, like the overall feel of the boot is pretty much awesome.